which is invest further in human resources, in intelligence.
I would like to say some words in English for people abroad, especially from Saudi Arabia.
Je voudrais dire quelques mots, donc principalement pour nos invités du Nigeria et de l'Arabie Saoudite qui sont en train de nous regarder à travers Facebook et LinkedIn. Donc je voudrais vous souhaiter la bienvenue dans le cadre de cette deuxième édition de Africa Incube Me. Ceci constitue une opportunité d'écrire ou de rédiger un nouveau chapitre de défis, de créativité, d'innovation et des compétences jeunes. Donc il y a des jeunes compétences qui vont être sélectionnées à travers leurs solutions, leur création de start-up et de mettre en œuvre leurs propres projets. La deuxième édition devra certainement être plus dynamique, plus créative. Et voilà, donc ce soir, nous allons parler en français et en arabe. Et si vous voulez avoir la version anglaise, vous devez juste vous connecter sur la version anglaise, donc sur LinkedIn et sur Facebook. So, a warm welcome to all our friends in friends in Saudi Arabia, Palestine, and Jordan. We inform you that you can follow this program in English by choosing the English channel on Facebook and LinkedIn. And before giving the floor to the organizers of this program, so the minister or the minister of startups, Mr. Yassin Walid. So I invite you to discover 3 months of incubation during which those 20 startups took part in Algeria in this initiative. So they were very much followed by companies, and they caught the best moments of this first edition of Africa Incube Me.
Pour la première fois dans le continent africain et pour la première fois, bien sûr, en Algérie, une dizaine de startups africaines ont fait le déplacement ici en Algérie pour être incubées. C'est un programme et une expérience humaine et professionnelle hors du commun que nous allons découvrir ensemble. Ces startups vont finaliser leurs projets et vont s'attaquer à des problématiques existentielles que rencontre le continent africain, mais également plusieurs entreprises qui activent en Algérie dans plusieurs domaines, dans la santé, l'éducation, l'agriculture, le e-commerce, ou encore le divertissement.
It's an enriching experience because it was not only a meeting of startups or candidates. We also had meetings with people that are very gifted in their different sectors. We learned a lot of things through this program that I memorized every image, every step that we have been through. I was kind of thrilled and astonished about the project and the project bearers, the people that bears the project and the color. Everything is put in place so that we can develop the project, develop our companies through this program. It's ambitious programs, bringing solutions to real situation, complex situations, a project of bring motivation that are demanding of support and openness. It's a project that succeeded to federate teams of Jersey around social themes. Big thanks to the team of Africa by Incube Me, who did a lot of made a lot of efforts. That's why Jersey is part of the story now. I'm looking forward to see the program because what I've seen up to date is things that I've never seen before. The program Africa by Incube Me is for us is a kind of a door, a gate, an opportunity for our project, for the entrepreneurs. What is interesting is that Africa by Incube Me is something. It's the version 5.0 of Castel because it's Pan-African vision of Pan-African vision. So, and this is the digital era. This event that gathers the whole, many countries, African countries, French-speaking countries. It's a good initiative from by Incube Me, so it's gonna insinuate our image, our entrepreneurship. It's an experience that is really enriching for me at the personal level as well as professional level. I was really surprised by all what I have discovered since I've been here. Since the first day, they kept telling us that they are our brothers that are here to support us, to help us, to develop our projects. What I'm interested in this project is to accompany to the project bearers that's the reason of the presence of bankers. And the second point that is interesting is Société Générale, as we know it, is a group that accompanies startups in all over the world. So I met a lot of other participants. I'm Tunisian, there were Tunisians, people from Ivory Coast. We exchanged about our project, about that are very interesting, whether for Algeria or all the other African countries to develop their project in Africa. So today it's not like before. Since we started, things are different now, and since we started this program with Incube Me. Projects, if they succeed, they can have an impact on societies in the different countries. And in this thing, I would like to thank and congratulate those people for their choices of these startups. Africa by Incube Me could channel this energy, all this positivity of all the program that would allow them to open doors to new borders, to new projects, innovative projects. I was really lucky to be part of, because I met ministers, entrepreneurs. I saw the importance of this program, the objective of this program, the ambition of this program, and I said to myself, why not be part of it? Why not be part of the story of this adventure, this program, of this Pan-African program? I was present right at the very first day, because I thought that it was a project that was a very interesting, federated project. It's a project that comes to federate African countries, and I'm really excited and thrilled to meet those project bearers. For our ministry, it's important to be able to support Africa by Incube Me, because it's a very ambitious program. Algeria is a country that is really pay attention to its roots. We have a vision over Africa, and we are open to the world, and we think that today we can build an economy that would be strong. My message to those people, to invite all those who would like to innovate, to be more interested in Algeria, to set up in Algeria, to develop their businesses in Algeria. I have been received by Ministry of the Startups, and I submitted my file, and my file was accepted, and I was really happy to be accepted and to be selected and to be the first startuppers of the Africa by Incube Me program. I am really happy to receive this label, and which express my success in this project. And I would like to thank the Minister of Startups for giving me this opportunity. Thank you. Thank you for incubating. Thank you to all the partners who made this program succeed. Thank you for Africa by Incubate for the opportunity given to us. It was just great. There is no word to express that.
So that's about the beautiful African adventure that is being written every day in Algiers. So I give the floor now to the one who accepted to sponsor this program since the first day, so namely the Minister in charge of Knowledge and Startups, Mr. Mahdi Walid. Mahdi Yassin.
je dois donner le mot après le ftor. Parce ftor,
so luckily that I'm giving my speech after ftor, because before it would have been complicated. Ladies and gentlemen, the ministers, ladies and gentlemen, the attendees, participants, your excellencies, the ambassadors. It's been a year since the first edition of Incube Me Africa was launched in Algeria, and that brought together startups from all the African continents. This year the program is back with more ambition, which is about welcoming startups from Africa and the Middle East. This program will pave the way for the discovery, the environment and the ecosystem of startups in Algeria, and which witnesses an unprecedented dynamic in the country. So, and here we are going to discover the new incentives that are being implemented by the government for the profit of startups, and also all the initiatives emanating from this ecosystem that we as a ministry are proud of being part of. So, the second edition of this program that ensures and guarantees that there is no limits to the ambition of incubators. So it was awarded the best incubator at the national level, and I wish it more success. Algeria used to be called the Mecca of revolutionaries, and our ambition today is that Algeria becomes a turning point for the startups in Africa and in the Middle East.
I would like to take this opportunity to greet everyone who is watching us online from different countries in Africa and in Asia. I would also like to express my gratitude to all the partner incubators in all the countries. and I wish good luck to all the participants. Je profite de cette occasion pour saluer tous ceux qui nous suivent aujourd'hui en ligne,
I seize this opportunity
de
to
différents pays, en
greet
Afrique
all those
et
who
également en
are
Asie.
connected
Je
via
souhaite
video conference
exprimer ma
in
gratitude
Africa and in
à
Asia.
tous les
I'd
incubateurs
like
qui sont partenaires
to
de cet
show,
événement,
express
qui feront en sorte de faire en sorte qu'il
gratefulness
soit
to all
une
the
réussite. Et je
participants
souhaite
to this
beaucoup de
event,
chance à
and
tous
I
les
wish that it
participants.
becomes a
Shukran
real
lakum
success, and I wish good luck
Assalamu alaikum.
to all the participants. Thank you very much for for listening. Thank you very much. Mr. Minister, thank you very much for your presence and for your support. So the second edition will be exceptional through the quality of the project selected, and also thanks to the support of the partners. There are partners who are present here, and also the incubators that exist in other African countries and MENA region. So these incubators have a message for you expressed in this small video.
Greetings from Angola.
Hello from Disruption Lab. Hello everyone.
Donc bonjour tout le monde.
Hi, my name is Jennifer from Fatima Temple, Lagos, Nigeria.
Bonjour de la Tunisie, bonjour du Technopark El Razela, bonjour de l'incubateur El Razela.
Hello everyone. Welcome from the Riyadh city, capital of Saudi Arabia, and welcome to the second edition of Africa by Incube.
We are thrilled to announce our new partnership with IncubeMe Incubator. A new journey, new success partner, and a new opportunity. From Palestine, BVI supports Africa by IncubeMe XMEA.
Je suis Ismaël Kassim, chargé d'affaires du WB, la référence au Togo en matière d'incubation et d'accélération de start-up innovantes. Allons changer le monde.
So Kumasi Hive, together with IncubeMe Ortega, is looking at presenting opportunities to startups across the African continent. Don't be left out. Apply for this opportunity, and then you'll be surprised at the benefits you will get.
Je suis ravie de soutenir et d'appuyer une très belle et excellente initiative entrepreneuriale panafricaine, Africa by IncubeMe. C'est notre devoir de connecter nos deux écosystèmes entrepreneuriaux, de créer plus d'opportunités d'affaires pour la jeunesse et pour les startups. Allez-y les startups, les jeunes pousses, les porteurs d'idées pour participer à la deuxième édition d'Africa by IncubeMe.
We're happy to support Africa by IncubeMe's second edition.
Let's go!
Alors, je fais cette vidéo depuis la Côte d'Ivoire pour soutenir la deuxième édition du programme Africa by IncubeMe. En tant qu'ambassadrice en Côte d'Ivoire, je suis de tout cœur avec les cofondateurs du programme Africa by IncubeMe. J'incite tous mes amis ivoiriens à y participer.
We are very happy to be one of the partners of supporting the initiative Africa by IncubeMe XMEA. Make sure you register so you do not miss this amazing opportunity.
Voilà, ces vidéos enregistrées.
Those videos are recorded.
Une dernière vidéo maintenant, une autre vidéo d'un nouveau partenaire.
So a last video for our partner that is joining us for the first time. It's BTI Business and Technology Incubator, the biggest incubator in Gaza. With its participation, it wishes to get connected with Algeria and also with the African countries and break the blockade imposed on their territory in Gaza.
اليوم نحن نجتمع لنحتفل ونحتفي بإطلاق برنامج أفريكا باي إنكيوبمي،
وهو مشروع ينفذ بالشراكة مع مجموعة من الحاضنات من 13 دولة أفريقية وأسيوية بإدارة وتنظيم من خلال جمهورية الجزائر، من خلال حاضنة إنكيوبمي في جمهورية الجزائر.
Le lancement de l'Afrique by IncubeMe XMEA, dans lequel incubateur de business et de technologie BTI représentera tous les entrepreneurs en Palestine, en Cisjordanie et la bande de Gaza. انطلاق إن شاء الله شرارة للاحتفالات بهذا المشروع المتميز محاضرة أنكوبمي من ألجيريا.
So our friends, Palestinian friends that participate in this edition with a lot of ambition, of course. So I would like to ask you to welcome the organizer of IncubeMe, which is the first Pan-African incubator in Algeria, Mr. Adel Amalou, who will make a presentation on this second edition and to what it would look like.
Bonsoir à tous, Sahaftorkom.
Good evening everyone, Sahaftorkom.
Quand j'ai vu la vidéo, c'était
When
un peu
I
émouvant.
watched the video, it was a little bit touching, especially after the round of applause and the view that I have from here.
Je peux vous assurer que
I can assure you
des émotions.
that
Pourquoi? Parce
I'm
que
full of emotions because
on s'y attendait pas au début.
Because we weren't
Donc,
expecting that in the very beginning when we started to work on the project. 15 days, the startup incubator to bring together
un aussi beau monde dans
such
un
a
iftar,
great
pendant
audience during an iftar in a day of Ramadan. We have ministers, we have ambassadors, we have partners, we have company leaders, managers, we have press, media and press, and we have the internet users as well. So they're asking me to get closer. So via the WebEx solution of Cisco, there are 13 countries that are following us, and I would like to take the opportunity to greet them all in various countries, those who are following us, even though there is a time difference, but they are following us through social networks. Thank you very much, dear partners, for that. So for Africa IncubeMe, if you remember very well, in January 2021, when we started to work on, when we presented rather the project, everybody said, Adel, this is a very difficult project. Will you be able to develop along with the IncubeMe team all the aspects, but luckily we're not alone, and thanks to our partners, and thanks to the support of the minister, the startups, or the support of the minister for the startups that are implicated or involved in this project. Thank you very much, Mr. Minister, for your support. So we have a ministry that is supporting us, that is motivating us. We have a ministerial team that are always listening to our concerns every time when we call them, so they respond positively to our needs and preoccupations. And this is why today we have a lot of partners that are, and we are seeing them, such as Jizzy, that I would like to thank, especially the Castel Group, and all the groups that are supporting us, as well as Cisco. So it's an honor to work with a giant such as Cisco in the cyber security. We have the bank Société Générale, we have the Switzerland, the embassy of Switzerland here, we have Roche, so they did a lot of support and they provided a lot of support to candidates. And thanks to them, we are here today to develop this program today.
Le CIC, c'est un
So
magnifique endroit. Si on n'avait pas le CIC, on ne pouvait pas
an
faire
outstanding venue. If CIC didn't exist, we wouldn't be able to organize this event. So CIC supported us last year. We organized a lot of events, and we organized many meetings, many events here, and to have such structures. So I will tell you an anecdote. So we prepared the event here, and we were doing the rehearsals. And when the team left at around 3 o'clock, and we saw Mr. Ben Abdullah, who was turning around to check whether everything was okay. And this is why I say that everything is under control, thanks to the Director General of CIC. Thank you very much to the whole team that ensured the service of FMB. So we were having our dinner, but they were ensuring that everything was done properly. So they were providing dinner to us, and I would like to thank them very much for everything that they did. So I would like to thank you. I would like to thank especially the ambassador to Switzerland who supported the project. He supported us last year, and for your information, the Switzerland doesn't usually support this kind of project for a number of consecutive years. But this year, the ambassador, His Excellency, the ambassador, adopted our project, and we are lucky to be supported for a third running year. So thank you very much, Mr. Ambassador, for your support. So we have seen some pictures during 10 minutes.
C'est un programme télé que vous
It's a television program that you would be able to watch on the Algerian television, and so I'm trying to find the pointer because it's in my pocket, but I cannot take it out.
Excusez-moi. Voilà.
So sorry, excuse me for a minute.
Donc, il y a tout les vidéos que vous avez vues.
All the videos that you have watched previously from last year. So there will be a TV program or a TV show that will be broadcast. So initially it was made up of 2 episodes, but I think that with the Kazakh group, so
the technique et le patron de Zazak Production. Donc,
the Sazak manager is following us. So it's a TV show made up of 15 episodes that will be broadcast on the Algerian television. And I think that it will be cascaded also to other countries. And I hope that the ambassadors who are present here would help us to broadcast it in 4 African countries. For this year, there will be a lot of subjects that will be dealt with through the Africa Incube Me program. So there will be a lot of themes devoted to healthcare, fine technology. We will talk about environment, entertainment, culture, tourism, and others. Today we are witnessing a lot of changes, and we are going to try to project ourselves on other subjects, cybersecurity with Cisco and GZ, which is trying to work and give a new impetus to this system, to this ecosystem with their innovation in partnership with Société Générale and also the Roche Laboratory, Mr. Qadawi and Nassim Shorfi for their support. And today, so I'm not going to dwell a lot into the details, so we are April the 15th and it's the launch of the call for tender. So today, everyone, at the end of this evening, so everyone could apply for this program. So the project holders, the innovators would have the opportunity actually to apply. So it will take until 15th of June, and we will proceed to the selection of the project. That will be the hardest phase for us. So we will shortlist 400 candidates, and after that, we will proceed to a final selection by the end of July, and we will try to receive the candidates by mid-August. So 20 candidates approximately. So we chose August because, out of experience, because last year we noticed that we needed 2 weeks for the candidates to adapt to our ecosystem and climate. There are a lot of factors, and this is why we decided to receive them in mid-August, and in the beginning of September we will start working effectively with our dear partners to develop this program. We will try, dear friends, to make of 2022 an entrepreneurship celebration or feast. It's an ambition program that brings together 2 very different regions, very distant regions on account of their cultural differences. So Algeria will become a federating country. So it will be 4 months of incubation. We will work together with those startups, and the objective being of making of Algeria a hub of innovation. We are seeing it now, and if you have seen everyone, so everyone wanted to come here. So we have 300 startups that would like to come to Algeria to participate in this program. So from Palestine and from other countries. It's magnificent, and this is the objective of our program in 2023. So in 2023 it will be Africa, Middle East, and the Mediterranean basin countries. We have a lot of applications, and we are thinking or envisaging to extending it to European countries. It's still a suggestion, so it will be Africa, Middle East, and Europe. Here we are going to make of Algeria a hub. We are lucky to have a ministry, and you will see it throughout the program, the TV program or show, that the youth were astonished that a country such as Algeria, which is the biggest African country, has a ministry of startups. I don't say it just out of fun, but because we are seeing it. There are funds, there are incentives, there are a lot of facilities, and by 2025 Algeria will be the Eldorado of startups in the region. But we have to help each other. Either the public companies, private companies, and multinationals. So we have 70% of our funders, which are multinationals, but we try and we hope to federate everybody, bring them together for the benefit of this program. So I'm not going to delay you further than that. I will let you enjoy the evening, and I wish you an excellent evening. Thank you very much, Adel, and thank you for all the co-founders of IncubeMe. They are following us from abroad, and I think that Khaled and Hamid are here. Khaled comes from Saudi Arabia, and so we are going to take a short break. So I promised that you would enjoy the evening. So we have a guest, a professional mentalist, and we will invite him to make interventions throughout the evening. So his approach is made up of challenges and challenges. He's interested in this field. He's a professional magician as well, and so there are some people who said that when you try to do something, it's not in Algeria or in France, but you have to go to the United States. But ever since, he's working on this. His name is Sami Ben Hamada, so let's welcome him.
Mesdames, Mesdemoiselles, Messieurs, bonsoir, bonsoir.
Ladies and
Je m'appelle
gentlemen,
Sami
good
Ben Hamada,
evening. My
je suis un
name is
mentaliste et
Sami
magicien
Ben Hamada. I
professionnel.
am mentalist and
D'abord, je
professional
tiens à
magician.
préciser que c'est
So I'd
un
like to
véritable plaisir
emphasize
et
that
un
it's such
immense
a great
honneur
honor
d'être
and
parmi
an
vous
immense
aujourd'hui.
honor to be amongst you today.
Je design des tours de
So
magie et de mentalisme et des spectacles de
I
mentalisme sur
do
mesure pour
magical
les
shows
événements,
and
et
mental
puisque l'équipe
shows,
a eu la
customized
réelle
mental
amabilité de me
shows.
laisser carte
So
blanche pour le contenu que je
gave
vais partager
me
avec vous
the
aujourd'hui.
green card
Je me suis dit
to
pourquoi ne
do
pas simplement
whatever
essayer
I
d'illustrer
want
ce
here,
qu'on fait,
and I
ce que
think
fait,
that
pardon,
it's time
un
to
magicien
high time
et
to
un
illustrate
mentaliste. Alors
what
j'aurais
we
besoin
do
de
as
ce gros
magicians
livre
and
et
mentalists.
surtout
I need
d'une
this
personne
beautiful
qui
book
va me
and
faire
a person, a
l'honneur de me
volunteer
rejoindre sur scène
that
pour
will
être témoin.
honor me
Madame,
by
vous voulez bien? Merci
by
beaucoup. On
coming
applaudit
to
Madame,
the
s'il vous
stage
plaît.
with me. So, madam, let's give her a round of applause, please.
Bonsoir, madame. Alors, madame, ce que je m'apprête à faire.
So what I'm going to do now immediately is called a book test. So I took a book. So the title and the writer of the book are not important. So we have 762 pages. Can you confirm, sir? Yes. Could you confirm for the camera, please? Yes. 762. I will switch on the mic.
Voilà, ça marche. Alors, madame, regardez ce que je vais faire. J'aurai aussi besoin de l'aide de cette carte.
I will need the help of this card. I am going to run my finger on the pages of the book, and you tell me stop, and I put the card, I insert the card in the page. So the reason why I took the card is that you will memorize the number of the page. I wouldn't be able to see it, but you will see it and memorize it and tell me which number is it. So tell me stop whenever you want. Stop. So I put the card inside, and I am going to open the page for you, and you will memorize the number of the page and the first word or the first sentence of the page. Go ahead, please. So, did you keep it in mind? So I read only the first word. If you allow me, I would read the first sentence. Yeah. So I will ask you to keep this book and forbid me to touch it. And this is when the mentalist part comes in play. So I will ask you to concentrate with me.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, non, juste là. A, C, E, F, G, H, L, M, N, L, on a un L quelque part, c'est bon, vous confirmez? Ne m'aidez pas, ne confirmez pas.
We have L somewhere, so
on aura
don't
L,
confirm.
La première lettre, c'est un L.
So the first letter is L.
F, G, non, juste A, B, A, donc on a un La, c'est ça? On a un La, ok. Un La, ok, ça va être difficile parce que j'ai l'impression que le deuxième mot est un petit peu plus long. Laissez le livre comme tel quel, je vais essayer de me concentrer. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, L, M, N, O, P, P. Ok, donc on a un P, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, P, O, la position. La position, est-ce que c'est bien votre mot?
Oui, c'est ça.
C'est ça. Merci beaucoup. Maintenant pour la page. La page, le livre est assez volumineux, donc je vais essayer d'aller par tranches de centaines rapidement. Alors, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, non, 300, 400, 700, 600, 400, 410, 420, 420, 421, 422, 422.
422.
Est-ce que c'est bien la page 422 que vous avez choisie?
Oui.
Parfait. Donc ça, c'est la partie mentalisme, mesdames et messieurs. Maintenant, je voudrais bien introduire un tout petit peu de magie dans cette présentation. Alors, madame, vous avez le livre chez vous. Est-ce que vous pouvez confirmer que depuis le choix de votre mot, je ne l'ai pas touché complètement? Non, laissez fermer. Je n'ai juste pas touché le livre.
Closed.
Je vais
I'm gonna
essayer
just to try
magie,
by magic, as I told you. I'm gonna try to retrieve the energy from the book. I'm gonna just take the soul of the book and try to run my fingers through this virtual book that I have in between my hands. Yes,
Voici la page
421.
421
So this
dans
is the page 421.
Et la page 422 est juste là.
And 422 is right behind. I'm gonna tear it off and then put it in
J'ai
the
la
book.
page ici,
Now I have in my hand virtual page. I'm gonna cut it in two. Select the superior page or the lower. So we're gonna have the lower part of the page. So we only have the, and then I'm gonna put it in my pocket. I'm scramble it and put it in my pocket. Can you tell me, madam, open the book and show to the camera and show them the page 421. Show that to the camera, please. Show to the camera. The page is torn off. The page is not anymore there. Wow.
Dans ma poche.
And in my pocket, the virtual page that I tore off is in my pocket. I did it virtually, but it's real. Can you just check that's the page itself? That's really, and try to match it with the part that is in the book. Is that the exact part missing in the book? Yes, it is. Thank you very much for participating. It was an honor for me to be that you are with me here on stage. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It was just a little introduction to the show, to what I can do with the mentalism. For the next, I would like to have two person. I would like to have two person on stage, and I would like to have two people that they know they know each other for. I mean, a couple of years. I mean, volunteers, two volunteers. I mean, people that know each other. I need two volunteers, please.
Allons-y, messieurs, ils sont en train de vous désigner.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, on my right.
Est-ce que vous me ferez l'honneur de me... Oui, s'il vous plaît. Est-ce que vous vous connaissez depuis un petit moment déjà? Marhaba bikum, messieurs. Marhaba bikum. Merci beaucoup. On les applaudit, s'il vous plaît.
We got the two volunteers. I mean, two guys that know each other. So let's welcome them on the stage.
L'accès est par là, je pense.
So you've got the stairs there. You can come that way. Okay. Hello, sir, Mr. Sam. Hello. Nice meeting you, Mr. Tariq and Mr. Mohammed. Tariq and Mohammed. So you're gonna be with me, Mr. Tariq. You're gonna be on my right, Tariq. Please come, and Mohammed on my left. So let's be in front of the public. So face the public. And now we're gonna try to test what could be if we could find a degree of connection between you two, since you know each other for a period of time. So close your eyes. Close your eyes, please. So raise your right hand, both of you. So raise your right hand. Okay. Close your eyes. Keep your eyes closed. So the one of you who thinks or feels that he's ready to communicate, or just put his hands down. The one who feels that he can start, put his hand down. Once you're right, you just put your hand down. Now, the other hand, when you feel that you're ready to start this part of the show, put your hands down. Okay, so keep your eyes closed. So the audience is witnessing that there is a certain connection between the two guys. So the first attempt was a little bit, but the second was perfect. So Mr. Tariq, I'm going to ask you a little favor. You're going to keep your eyes closed during all the show, and you're going to be try to cut all the feelings, the emotion, anything that you feel, keep it in your head. Anything that you feel, keep it in your mind, and don't tell me what you're feeling. So just keep your face. Don't give me any indication. So keep your eyes closed, and anything you feel, keep it for yourself, and do not cheat. Please keep your eyes closed, please. Mr. Mohammed. He's touching the shoulder of Mr. Mohammed. So the one who felt that I touched him, raise his hand. The one who felt that I touched him, raise his hand. Mr. Tariq, did you feel anything? No. Nope. You can answer frankly and honestly. Did you feel anything? Nope. Nope. So maybe I touched you on your shoulder. Did you feel anything on your shoulder? A tap on the shoulder? Where? Yes, where?
Vous pouvez nous montrer
Can
avec
you
le doigt?
show us with your hand? Yeah.
Allez, c'est
So
pas grave, on
good.
continue, c'est
Okay.
juste un petit test.
Well, just a little test. So let's do it again.
Celui qui a ressenti un
So
toucher, lève la main.
the one who felt that I touched him raises his hand.
Monsieur Tarak, pouvez-vous
Mr.
nous
Tarak,
montrer
can you
où est-ce que
tell?
vous
Can you
avez
show us
ressenti le
where
toucher?
did you feel that?
Parfait.
He's showing his nose.
Continue comme ça.
So let's continue.
Celui qui a ressenti un
So,
toucher, lève la main.
if any one of you felt felt that I touched him, raise his hand. Mr. Tarak, where did you feel that? On my forehand.
Vous pouvez ouvrir les yeux.
Can you open your eyes
Et je vais
now?
vous dire,
And I'm going
pour
to
la
tell you
première
for the
fois,
first time,
devant tout le monde ici
in
présent,
front of everybody
pour
here,
ceux qui nous regardent à
for
la
those who
maison,
are
et pour le public,
watching us,
que je ne vous
that
ai
I've
jamais touché.
never touched you, Mr. Tarak.
La seule personne que j'ai
The only
touchée,
person
c'était
that I
Monsieur
touched is
Mohamed ici
Mr.
présent et vous êtes en train d'en
Mohammed.
sentir
And
public. Est-ce que vous pouvez confirmer
I
ça?
touched Mohammed, but you felt it.
Attendez, monsieur.
Big applause to the guys.
On n'a pas encore fini.
So we haven't yet
Alors,
finished.
Monsieur Tarak est ici
Mr.
présent, va me
Tarak
dire,
is going to tell
je
me
sais
now
ce qui se passe. C'est un
what's
magicien, un
what's
mentaliste,
happening.
ce qu'il
He's a
racontait tout à l'heure,
mentalist, he's a
avec un
magician.
et puis, voilà.
So
Et peut-être qu'il a fait semblant et qu'il aura dû
maybe
réagir.
he's just
On va
doing
faire
his
l'inverse. Vous allez
show.
garder les
So
yeux ouverts.
you're gonna
Monsieur,
keep
vous
your
allez
eyes
fermer les yeux. On va faire
open,
l'inverse.
and Mohammed,
Alors,
close your
Monsieur
eyes.
Mohamed,
Mohammed,
gardez en tête,
keep in mind
les touchés que vous allez
the
ressentir pendant vos
anything.
deux
I mean,
surtout
all
ne
the
me laissez
touches
pas ça.
that you feel, and don't let me know. Okay?
Levez la main.
So raise your hand if you feel anything. Yeah, yeah. Raise your hand. Okay. You, Tarak. Okay.
Celui qui a ressenti
So,
un toucher, baisse
the
la
one who
main.
felt that I touched him,
Monsieur Mohamed, pouvez-vous nous
put
dire
your
où est-ce
hand
que vous
down.
avez
Mr.
ressenti les
Mohammed,
touchés?
where did you feel that I touched you? Where exactly? On my face?
Parfait, merci beaucoup.
Okay,
Vous
thank you,
pouvez ouvrir
Mohammed.
les yeux.
So you can open
Et
your
vous
eyes.
l'aurez deviné, je
And
ne
you
vous ai
can
jamais
guess
touché.
it. I've
La
never
seule personne
touched
qui
you.
s'est
I
touchée,
only
c'était
touched Mr. Tarak.
Monsieur Tarak, pardon.
Sorry.
Et vous étiez en train de ressentir.
And you were
Vous pouvez
feeling
confirmer
that.
ça?
Can you confirm that, Tarak? Yes?
Merci beaucoup, messieurs.
I confirm
Ce
that.
fut un
Thank you very
véritable
much.
plaisir. Merci
It
beaucoup.
was a pleasure
Restez comme
to
ça.
have
Merci
you on
beaucoup,
stage.
messieurs.
Thank you very much.
Pour la dernière partie
For
de
the
ce
last
que
part
je
of the
voulais
show that
partager avec vous,
I wanted to
je vais
share with you,
utiliser
I'm gonna use
un des plus anciens
one of
casse-têtes de
the
l'histoire de l'humanité.
breakhead
un petit,
I mean game that
petit
everybody
récap sur les
that been
Rubik's
using for
Cube.
years.
D'abord, j'aurais besoin de l'aide
It's a
d'une personne,
Rubik cubes.
quelqu'un qui voudrait bien
Rubik
venir m'aider.
cubes.
Quelqu'un qui voudrait
Anybody
bien venir
who'd
m'aider.
like to come on stage and volunteer? I'm gonna try to pick up one. It's a Rubik's cube, so it doesn't eat. It's not. So on the back on the room too. I see someone
Merci
there.
beaucoup. On applaudit la dame,
Thank
s'il vous
you.
plaît.
Big applause to ladies who want to be volunteer here. Okay,
Alors,
big
messieurs,
applause.
juste pour être
So,
précis,
ladies and
derrière
gentlemen,
ce
just
que
to be
je
clear,
m'apprête à vous
what I'm gonna
montrer
show you
n'a
now,
rien de magique,
it's
il n'y a rien
not
de
there is no
mentalisme.
magic and no
Bonsoir,
mentalism in
bienvenue,
it.
enchanté.
Hi, madam.
Merci
Nice
beaucoup.
meeting you.
Alors, tout d'abord, madame,
So,
ça, c'est
first
mon
thing,
écharpe. Est-ce
this
que je
is
peux
my
voir à
scarf.
travers?
Can you see through the scarf? No, I can't see through the
Mélangez le
scarf.
cube, s'il vous plaît.
So,
Mélangez.
so you can
Ce que je
scramble
vais
these
faire,
Rubik cubes.
mélangez
What I'm gonna do,
beaucoup.
yeah, try to scramble it,
Ce
and
que
you
je
know,
vais faire là tout
what
de
I'm gonna
suite,
do is just bend my eyes
vais
with the
essayer de
scarf,
résoudre le Rubik's
and I'm gonna
Cube
try
comme
to
mélange,
resolve the problem of the Rubik's
En
cube
ayant
that
les yeux
madam
bandés.
has scrambled it with
vous aurez fini,
the eyes
donnez-moi
painted,
tout. Je
and
ne
then
pourrai
once
pas
you
vraiment
finish, you
finir
give
avec
it to me, give it back to me, and I'm gonna put it in the right,
C'est bon.
place. I'm gonna solve it.
Merci
Thank
beaucoup,
you.
madame. Merci beaucoup.
Thank
Alors,
you, madam.
mesdames,
And now,
mesdames, messieurs, je vais essayer
ladies
de
and gentlemen, I'm
résoudre
gonna
le
try
Rubik's Cube en ayant les yeux bandés,
to resolve
mais
this
surtout en vous racontant l'histoire du Rubik's
enigma. I'm gonna
Cube.
tell you
Ça
the
veut
story
dire
of
que
this
j'aurai le cerveau
game. So
qui aura
my
tendance à se
brain
diviser
is
entre
going to
raconter
be
une histoire
broken
cohérente et
into
mettre les bons
two. One
algorithmes
to try to
pour
find the
résoudre le
solution, and
Rubik's
the same time telling you the story of the
Alors,
Rubik's cubes.
commençons
So
rapidement.
let's
Le Rubik's Cube a
rapidly.
été
The
inventé
Rubik's
par
cube has
Monsieur
been invented by
Rubik, un
Mr.
enseignant de l'université de Stanford qui voulait
teacher in
enseigner à ses
Stanford
étudiants
University
les
who
possibilités
taught them the
infinies de
possibility,
l'espace.
the infinite possibility of in the space. I mean,
Que le Rubik's
and
Cube
the
allait devenir
Rubik's
ce
cube,
jeu
he
très
didn't
populaire.
expect that this
Il y aurait
Rubik's
même
cube is going to be
des,
very popular all over the
compétitions
world,
internationales.
and there is
Et que
also a
surtout,
worldwide
on a
competition.
essayé de bricoler la
And then one day,
Ce que vous êtes en train de voir
a
n'a
crazy
rien
guy
de
in
magique,
CC is
n'a
going
rien
to try
de
to
mentalisme.
play with it.
C'est
And there
juste
is no
des années
magic in that.
et des années
That's
de
only
manque,
years
de
of experience, of practice and training to reach this level of mastery. So the record of solution of this Rubik's Cube is more than 3 seconds, between 3 and 4 seconds by a little boy. And then I think now I think that I resolved it. Yes, I did it.
Merci beaucoup, madame.
Thank you very much, madam. Thank you.
Vous pouvez rester encore un
Can
petit
you
moment avec
stay a
moi,
little bit more here with me?
Est-ce que vous connaissez les
Do you
Rubik's
know
Cube?
Rubik's Cube?
Est-ce que vous
Do
les
you know
connaissez?
this game, the Rubik's Cube?
Vous savez les résoudre.
So you know how to play with it? I mean, a little bit, just
donc
not
si
that
je
much.
prends le cube
So
et que
if
je
I
le
take the
mélange
cube
comme
and
ça,
then scramble
vous
it,
mettrez à peu près
how
combien de
much
temps
time
à le
would you
remettre en
take?
place?
Would it take you to put it back as it was?
1, 2 minutes.
1 minute, 2 minutes? No.
Donc,
Well,
puisque vous dites 1, 2 minutes,
so
et j'ai déjà
if you say 1, 2
passé,
minutes,
et
I
je
spend.
pense que j'ai
I
déjà
think
épuisé mon temps sur scène. Ça
I
ne vous
think
dérange pas si je mélange encore un petit peu
I'm
plus,
gonna
parce qu'on va
scramble
pas,
it more,
on va le résoudre. Alors,
and then we'll see
le
if we
record
can.
du monde du
The
Rubik's
world
Cube de
record
3
is 3
secondes
seconds
66.
66.
Si vous disiez que vous,
And
aujourd'hui,
if
là,
you
maintenant,
today now,
tout de suite,
now
vous allez
right now,
résoudre le
we're gonna resolve it
en moins de 3
in less
secondes
than
66.
3 seconds and 66
avec une seule main,
with only one
derrière le
hand.
dos.
And one
les yeux
hand in the
fermés.
back and with your
Est-ce que vous me
closed eyes.
croyez?
Are you gonna believe it?
Impossible.
Are you gonna? It's
Impossible. Venez par ici,
impossible.
madame, s'il vous plaît.
So let's give it a
Mettez-vous
try.
face à votre public.
So
Fermez les yeux.
face
Une
the
seule main
public,
derrière le dos.
close your
Ça fait
eyes,
l'autre
only
main.
one
Une seule main, une
hand
seule main derrière
behind your back,
Juste une
one
seule main.
hand behind the back,
Une seule
and then
derrière le dos.
one you're gonna hold the Rubik's
Parfait.
Cube. So,
Alors, cube bien mélangé. Public, est-ce
so
que vous pouvez
look at that
confirmer
Rubik's Cube,
pour
it's
madame,
all
fermez les yeux, s'il vous
scrambled.
plaît.
It's so
Parfait.
close your
Est-ce que
eyes.
vous pouvez confirmer
Can
pour
you
madame que le
confirm
cube
that
est bien
the
mélangé?
Rubik's Cube is not
Elle devra vous
solved?
attendre, donc
So,
des
do you
applaudissements
think
là
that?
pour que...
Can you
Parfait.
just
Le
give
cube
her
est
a
bien
round of
mélangé.
applause to
Parfait.
encourage her,
Alors,
to
je vais
motivate
mettre
her?
le cube dans votre main,
I'm
vraiment,
gonna
s'il vous
put
plaît.
the
C'est
Rubik's
l'éléphant.
Cube in her
Maintenant,
hand.
pour moi, laissez le cube chez vous. Je vais mélanger mon
And now
propre cube.
I'm gonna scramble my own Rubik's
Rapidement.
Cube rapidly.
Ouvrez les yeux, laissez le cube derrière.
Open up
Vous
your
allez
eyes
me
and
voir
keep the
comment
Rubik's
je vais
Cube
faire.
behind, and
Et
then
vous allez le faire sans savoir. Regardez bien.
you're gonna look at me what
Vous
I'm gonna
devrez faire
do and
quelque
try
chose
to
qui
do.
ressemble
So I'm gonna
à ça.
try to do something like that with my hand. Look at me, what I'm doing. Try to see exactly what I'm doing. Wow. And now your turn. Show us the cube. Wow. Big applause.
Merci beaucoup, madame.
Thank you
Merci
very
beaucoup,
much.
mesdames et
Thank you
messieurs.
very much,
Merci
ladies
pour
and
le temps que
gentlemen.
vous m'avez accordé.
Thank you for
Sami
your attention,
Benhameda,
for the time
ce
that
fut un réel honneur.
you given to me. Thank you very much.
Merci, Sami.
Thank you, Sammy. Thank you so
On va
much,
retrouver
Sammy.
Sami
We're gonna. Sammy is gonna come back
20
later in 20 minutes, something like that, for another trick, another magic trick. Thank you so much, Sammy. Thank you. We're gonna see him again in 20 minutes, as I said, and now we're gonna move to the magic partners. Thanks to their engagement, their commitments, that we could realize this second edition. We have a little panel. I'm gonna invite Hamidi Fahima, who is a public relations at Jersey. I invite Sid Ahmed, he's CEO of Cisco. Lies Fassah, who is senior regulatory scientific office manager at Nestlé Algeria, Tunisie. Et j'invite also Abdel Malik Magmoum, who is General Secretary and member of the Directorate of Société Générale Algérie. And also I invite Julie Bouchard, who is Secretary General of Group Castel, for our panel.
Merci d'être là. Vous faites aujourd'hui incontestablement Africa by IncubeMe grâce à votre engagement. J'ai envie de vous poser une question.
So I would like to ask you a question to all of you.
Qui arrive.
So let's wait for the mics to come. Why is it important for you to participate and to renew this partnership with Africa by IncubeMe in its second edition? So we will start with you, Fahima. You are amongst the first companies that believed in this adventure and that will continue to support this project. Thank you very much. Good evening. So Jesse supports for the second year running the project Africa IncubeMe. So the commitment was based on a long-term collaboration aimed at improving and supporting entrepreneurship in Algeria. So it's a program that we follow and support with a lot of pride. The second reason is that we have to admit that it's a new concept that at the international level, and which is capable of bringing new dynamics to the ecosystem in Algeria and also to all the participating countries. And last but not least, Algeria has all the tools to play a federating role in the region, and such a large program, and adopt such a large program. And this is the reason why we were present during the first edition, and we are present in the second edition, and we will be present during the next editions, God willing. So Karim Sid Ahmed, why is it important for Cisco to be here for the second year running? So you take the mic of the lady. So beyond the success of last year, I think that the values of the program, the innovative program, match with the values of Cisco. This year we are speaking about Middle East and Africa. Cisco is implemented or present in all these countries, and this is the first point. The second point is that we have seen that there is a lot of innovation and creativity with regard to the projects that have been presented. Very innovative projects with regard to companies and also the governments that use these projects, not only to commercial purposes, but also social purposes. This is the second point. And the third point, I think that today we take the list of the biggest or largest companies which are listed in the stock exchange. Amongst the 21st, we find the largest companies operating in the new technologies. And you have at the head of those companies, you have entrepreneurs. So those entrepreneurs started by being startups, and they moved to the later stage, which is a company listed in the stock exchange. And this is a project that will allow us to go beyond the Middle East and North Africa. And as my dear colleague Adel said it earlier, it's an MEL project. So go beyond all this for Cisco. Lies Bessam, you have a presence on the ground in more than 83 countries, I think. 189 countries. The reason why we're participating this year is based on two reasons. The first reason is common to all the companies present here. The principles and the vision and the objective of this edition or this project is consistent with what we want and our objectives in terms of communication, food processing industry, and the other sectors. We are expecting the outcome of Incube Me, which is to give new opportunities to the youth and see what this will yield as a result. The second point is the chance that we had to get involved in the first edition, and it was a wealth and an enriching experience. I saw what I wasn't be able to see during all my career. So I would like to live again what I lived last year. So beyond your professional experience, you say that it's an enriching experience, and this is why Castel Algeria renewed this partnership during this second edition. I think that all the reasons are here. We adhered to the vision of Incube Me, which is to make of Africa a continent of opportunities on account of its youth and its talents. And for Castle, entrepreneurship is a very important value for the group. And we were very satisfied with the first edition. We made a lot of good and outstanding encounters with startup holders, full of energy, full of innovation, and also with our partners. That was a very good experience. I think that it's a very important moment. So the coaches were really enthusiastic to get involved in this project, and it was a pride for all the teams that participated in this endeavor. I think that we are partners, and we also receive a lot of gains. Abdelmalik, so could you tell us about this interconnectivity amongst the partners? We have seen the partners that came to Société Générale Algérie. So what pushed you to come back this year? As a matter of fact, so the video of 10 minutes that was broadcast earlier was too short, in my sense, to reflect the beautiful human experience that we had. It's just a foretaste, mister, so you don't have to worry about that. So all the participating members of Africa by IncubeMe and all the candidates that we accompanied and supported over the last months, when Adel came to talk to us about the program, Julie was, as usual, very enthusiastic. I didn't have doubts, but I asked to see all the details. But at the end of the day, it was a full success. And this is the reason why we decided to come back this year again. Because when we speak about startups, we speak about innovation, and it's part of our values, the values of Société Générale. It's also the African dimension, which is really important, and also the youth. And all these elements are very important to us. This is the reason why we participated last year, and it was a total success. And I'm confident that this year will be also a success, because we are not confronted or beset by the same constraints than last year, i.e. the pandemic. So another question to Hamida Fahima. GZ was amongst the first companies that committed and got engaged in this adventure. What are your expectations out of this second edition, which is promising and more ambitious? So I would like to highlight something really exceptional. It's true that I worked on several projects, and on IncubeMe, there was a positive feeling amongst the partners, and it was a very beautiful human adventure. To come back to your question, so I was saying, what were your expectations out of this second edition, which is more ambitious and larger, because it brings together other parts of the world?
Non, mais plus sérieusement
So, seriously and honestly, we are not positioning ourselves as a partner that have expectations, but we are a fully fledged partner that is participating in this project, and I believe that is the case of all the partners that are present here. So we are expecting the success of this project, and everyone has know-how to bring and experience to bring. We have expertise, we have experience, we have technology institutes and startup aid institutes that could bring their support. So GZ is very keen to support this project.
C'est des projets innovants et structurants
structuring projects and innovative projects
sur les différents
that have impacts on the various sectors of the national economy, and also solutions that could change the life of the citizens, because technology now is at the heart of everything. So, Julie Bouchard, your group is present in 21 African countries beyond Algeria. So there is a real growth of your market. There are needs as well, priorities. So what are you expecting out of this edition? Do you have priorities? Do you have targeted sectors? Do you have startups that you would like to help and support?
Alors l'année dernière déjà,
So
on
last
avait
year,
soutenu et coaché deux agritech
we coached and supported
avec lesquels on continue à travailler.
two startups with which we continue to work. Their projects are underway, and we are watching and monitoring their progress. So we would like to continue with these two startups. And this is the beauty of the experience of Africa by IncubeMe. So we worked with startups that operate in the official or artificial intelligence, and it wasn't predicted. So we dealt with their needs that we didn't even imagine. So it's a new page that is being opened. So our core subject is food processing and everything revolving around this, but we are sure that the project holders will bring solutions that will bring a plus. So we are very open while remaining interested in everything related to our core business. So we worked on innovative solutions on recycling because as all the companies in the food industry and also in the beverage industry, so recycling is really important, and we will be interested to see or in seeing those startups that work on these subjects and these problematics. And we are interested in seeing new projects holders that are emerging. So we keep an open page or a blank page to also to receive more innovative companies. So amongst the sectors that are attractive in the world of startups, so how Société Générale Algérie is exploiting or leveraging this. So we have seen startups that were incubated in which are in relation with Société. So as a matter of fact, Société Générale in Africa and also around the world works with a lot of startups to bring new solutions. Our ambition for this year is to potentially identify candidates that will bring new solutions that we will try to implement at the level of Société Générale to automate the program and to become a platform to bring solutions and to deploy it on our network. And this is our ambition. This is what we are envisaging to do in this year. So deploy the resources on your company. Karim Sid Ahmed is part of, or you think that digital is the solution. So digitization is the solution of many problems. You are at the head of Cisco. How could you imagine the solutions of the future? How could you imagine the application or implementation of these startups in Algeria or in other countries? And to be this creator of change, to come up with solutions that are beneficial for the daily life of citizens. So it's a bit difficult to speak after Castel, GZ, and Société Générale. I think that we did it all, or we said it all. As a matter of fact, the liver of these startups is technology, because we think that it's something that many companies will try to implement this in their program. IncubeMe. For us, the guidance is to solve the. It follows the core or the heart of for IncubeMe. So these incubators, through startups and through innovative ideas, would be able to resolve these problems. So using technologies as a lever to speed up the process and resolve the problem is our main challenge. In Cisco, we are adhering to IncubeMe to put available all the human resources that we have. There is a merger amongst cultures, because there are people who are settled in different parts of the world, and this program will make the difference in terms of bringing all the people together. So the mission of Nestlé Algérie, because you are a consumer of with nutritional values, important nutritional values, the research and development in your company aims at subtracting part of your technology. Is it part of your objectives? As part of the second edition is to find innovative startups to help you in this endeavor. As you said it earlier, Nestlé is present in 189 countries with 400 plants and 40 R&D centers. After the research and development, which is not about the product only, so the product is, it's about 50% of the packaging. So the packaging, we need to make something with the packaging. So we are conducting research and development on that, and we can expect the startups to bring us solutions in this field, processes. So we could consider that it's the first step from the harvest to the transportation. I think that in the food processing industry, there are many steps where the startups could bring their fresh ideas and innovative ideas. And I think that we could find that in the second edition of Incube Me. What is interesting is to have opened the event to the Middle East, to harvest more ideas and more energy. So it paves the way for many solutions that we could find in this field. So the last word for your development. So I'd like to thank the ambassador of Switzerland to Algiers, and it's thanks to him that Nestlé adhered to this program. He talked to us about it, and we followed his advice. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. And as for our current affairs, we are trying to adapt ourselves. We are in a local economy that is adapting to its time, and which tries to innovate itself through the creation of its ministry that is blossoming in terms of actions. It's wonderful for a country like Algeria. We try to follow this movement and to draw lessons and be more efficient in this kind of circumstances. In terms of current issues, so we are in Ramadan, so buy lemonade and riba. This is an advice that I would like to provide to you. We are very proud this year because it's the first year that we will launch the prize of the Pierre Castel Foundation in Algeria. It's a contest that exists in 5 other African countries, and this year Algeria will participate. This prize is an award for the entrepreneurs, not necessarily startups, but entrepreneurs in the agriculture and food processing industry. So we are launching the call for tender, and so this allows us to have a foot with the startups and a foot with agricultures, with the farmers. So Société Générale Algérie, the current business, it's starting again. So it's a bit complicated, but I think that the most difficult has already gone. The economy is not as dynamic as we wish it to be for many exogenous reasons. As you may know, what is going on in the world is impacting us or has a direct impact on us. But things are getting back to normal in Algeria. We will talk about it in a couple of months. There will be many other changes, many solutions that will have their effect. I cannot talk about it very much today, but we will talk about it later.
Alors, comme tous les autres partenaires,
as all the other partners, notably for the operator, we launched the Jazzy app with the launch of a very innovative service, which is Walk and Win, which consists of walking and gaining gigabytes. So you have to download the application and you have to walk outside and win or gain gigabytes.
À cette plateforme pour apporter de nouveaux services et du confort aux citoyens.
We are developing other applications that aim to bring support and welfare to these citizens. So I remain on the same question.
Donc l'actualité
so the current business
aujourd'hui on est en train de recruter. Donc
today
c'est un point très important pour nous.
Which is a very important step for us.
Et des ingénieurs qui sont dans
so startups and engineers who are in the room.
Des membres
Cisco is hiring.
Très bien, très bien. Donc c'est à travers notre réseau de partenaires, comme vous le savez, on opère à travers des partenaires, que ce soit à l'est ou à l'ouest de l'Algérie. Donc il y a un recrutement en masse. Donc si vous voulez, c'est un bon signal en matière d'investissement. Tout à fait.
Merci beaucoup. On peut vous applaudir. On remercie Fahima Hamidi qui est Public Relations Director chez Jay-Z. On remercie Karim Sid Ahmed qui est directeur général de Cisco. On remercie Elias Bassem Berri qui est Senior Relations Director. Senior Regulatory and Scientific Affairs Manager. Nestlé Algérie, Tunisie. Vous avez un long titre. On remercie également M. Abdelmalek Magmoum, qui est secrétaire général et membre du directoire de Société Générale Algérie, et Julie Bouchard, qui est secrétaire générale du groupe Castel Algérie. Merci à tous les 5. Et je vous ai promis de rappeler Sami Ben Hamada, et on va le rappeler pour un autre numéro de Close Up. Sami Ben Hamada, on vous attend.
Un, deux. Oui, voilà, ça marche.
It's working. Yep, it is. Got a glitch with the mic.
Mesdames, Mesdemoiselles, Messieurs, rebonsoir, rebonsoir. On se retrouve donc pour une deuxième partie de cette animation. Et comme je disais tout à l'heure quand j'étais sur scène, je suis un mentaliste et un magicien. Je vous ai montré ce que je faisais en tant que mentaliste. Maintenant, je voudrais bien vous montrer ce que je fais en tant que magicien. Pour être précis, je suis magicien de close-up. Ça veut dire que j'utilise de petits objets pour créer des illusions. En général, quand les gens m'entendent dire ça, ils me répondent oui, un jour, si tu t'entraînes assez, tu pourras peut-être passer à probably, move
to do things that people, I mean, what is the
equivalent for me
to say to a violinist,
que s'il s'entraîne assez,
if he trains so much, one day he can probably play the bass or
messieurs, si vous le permettez, je voudrais vous rejoindre à votre pas pour vous montrer ce que je fais en tant que magicien de close-up. Les autres pourraient suivre tout ce qui se passera là de suite avec nous, le grand écran avec l'aide de l'équipe technique. Alors tout d'abord, messieurs, est-ce que, un petit peu de contexte avant de commencer, est-ce que vous croyez aux rêves prémonitoires?
Do you believe in your premonitory dreams?
Les rêves prémonitoires, c'est ces rêves qu'on a la nuit qui finissent par se réaliser au bout d'un moment.
Come at the end to be reality that they come true. No, you don't believe? Yeah, we're going to see.
Alors, madame, je vais vous donner
ce bout de papier.
Vous pouvez l'examiner, c'est un bout de papier tout à fait normal.
Just a normal piece of paper.
bout de papier normal.
So it's
Je vous donnerai aussi
it's a
ce
normal
marqueur-là.
piece of paper. I'm
Alors,
going to give you
prenez
this
votre
pen
temps
and take your
et
time
pensez à
and
n'importe
think
quelle
of
carte,
any
n'importe quelle
chord,
carte du
and
jeu.
think of any
Et
chord of the
dès
game
que
of this
vous pouvez
pack.
changer d'avis
You
plusieurs
can
fois,
change your mind anytime you
prenez le
want
temps de
and take
réfléchir à
the
une
time
carte.
to think
Et dès que vous
deeper
avez
about
votre
it. And
carte en
once you
tête,
got
notez-la sur
the
la feuille
card
de
in
papier,
mind, put
refermez,
it on,
cachez la feuille de
write it
papier
down on
là où je ne pourrai jamais
the
la
piece of
voir.
paper and
Comme ça, je n'aurai
hide
aucun
it so that
indice.
I can see it. I can have
Oui, si vous voulez.
access to it. So.
C'est comme vous voulez. Bon, j'en aurais besoin en fait.
I need it later, but
Oui,
you
bien
know.
sûr.
Okay.
Alors voilà.
So, here is the
J'en
card.
profite aussi de
I'm gonna
l'occasion
take the,
pour vous
opportunity
montrer que
to
c'est
show
un
you
paquet
that
de cartes tout à fait
that's a
normal
pack of cards
et que je
that
n'ai pas de
normal pack of
problème à le
cards. I
montrer
have
avant de
no
l'utiliser
problem
parce
to
que je
show
sais
you
que
that
l'Algérie Saint-Noir
because
Suisse,
I know that
donc
all
être
Algerians
de
are
nous,
have
Steph fait des choses à
a
l'intérieur.
black
Alors, allez-y, ne
belt
notez
in
pas devant moi,
judo and they
surtout.
know everything. So I mean, I'm gonna
Dès que
show.
vous
I'm gonna
avez
be transparent.
mémorisé
So
une des
once you
cartes,
get,
je vais
once
laisser
you
devant
memorize
vous.
the card, you
Dès
just
que vous
keep it
avez
and write it
mémorisé
down.
une des cartes,
And once you
faites-moi
memorize
signe,
one of the
je
cards, you just
prendrai les
let me
cartes
know, and then we move on. Okay?
C'est bon?
So,
Vous l'avez en tête?
is that okay?
Parfait.
Okay, so
Alors,
I did it.
pour la suite,
So for the
messieurs, je
follow-up,
vais
so I'm gonna what I'm gonna do
distribuer
is gonna
les cartes
distribute those cards
entre vous. Alors,
between you
pour
all
revenir
here.
au
So it's not
contexte
to
des
come
rêves
back to the
prémonitoires,
context of
si je vous disais
the
qu'aujourd'hui,
premature dreams. If
avant
I
de
tell you
venir
that today,
ici,
before coming here,
partager avec vous cette expérience,
before
j'ai eu
sharing
un
this
rêve
space, I had a
prémonitoire,
premonitory
là où j'ai
dream
vu tout
what
ce
I
qui allait
saw,
se passer,
all
du début jusqu'à
what's gonna happen today tonight.
Demandez à voir. C'est
So
sûr.
you're asking me the proof of
Je ne
that.
pourrais pas
So
avancer des propos comme ça sans
I'm not gonna say something
Alors,
like that without having the proof.
monsieur,
So
ce paquet de cartes sera pour
this
vous.
pack of
Mettez-le
cards is for
quelque
you.
part où je ne
Put
pourrai
it
jamais le
any
toucher.
place that I
Dans votre
cannot
poche,
have
où
access
vous
to
voulez.
it. Put it anywhere
Sans
you want,
l'ouvrir,
but
sans
I
l'ouvrir.
shouldn't be
Directement
able to
caché.
have access to it. Okay?
Non,
In
mais
your
laissez,
pocket.
laissez.
You
Laissez
can put it
très
in
rare.
Just keep it
Laissez
one.
très rare.
Just one
Non,
minute.
mais très rare.
Yeah.
Non, attendez, je vais vous dire.
Yeah,
Je vais vous dire à la même
explain it.
chose.
I'm gonna-
Parce que laissez très
Sure,
rare.
please, please.
En fait, non, mais attendez, écoutez très rare.
So just listen to me.
Celui-ci est pour vous.
This one is for
Et
you.
celui-là,
This
pour lequel
one,
vous ne pourrez pas l'utiliser,
you
vous ne
cannot-
pourrez pas
I'm
le
gonna
voir.
tell you what
Parce
you're
qu'à
gonna
l'intérieur,
see,
il y a une
because
seule
inside
carte de
there
dos.
is only one
Elle est retournée, c'est une prédiction.
it's
Si vous
only
la
one
voyez
card,
maintenant,
on
ce
its
sera
back.
plus
If
une
you see
prédiction.
it, so it's the premonitory.
Ça, alors,
Okay.
pour vous, monsieur,
So
allons-y.
for you,
Alors, le paquet de cartes là où
so
je ne
the
pourrai
pack
jamais
of
le toucher,
cards
allez-y.
that I'm not gonna
Et
be,
le troisième
touching.
paquet de
The
cartes que
third
j'ai laissé ici,
pack of cards
alors
that
c'est
I
un
have
paquet
here,
de cartes
it's a pack
scellées.
of cards, that is
Il y a
sealed.
deux choses
There's
à
two
savoir
things to
en
know,
général
in
sur un
general
paquet de
about,
cartes scellées. La
sealed
première,
pack
c'est
of
le
cards. The first
cellophane
thing is the
est complètement
cellophane.
intact.
It's,
Ça y est.
I mean, is intact.
Et la deuxième, c'est qu'on a ce ruban de
this-
cellophane qui
and
tourne
they
de
have
ce
this,
côté-là
adhesive
et de l'autre,
that
tout
is
comme
in-
les emballages, les paquets de
It's
cigarettes.
like in
etc.
packs
Est-ce que je
of
pourrais avoir
cigarettes.
votre main?
It's all over the pack, so it is
Dans votre main,
sealed.
serrez
So you
fort
put
avec
it,
votre main.
you
Ici, ici.
hold it with your hand,
Alors, on va faire
put
un
it in
choix
between your hands.
collectif.
We're gonna do a collective choice. And so in the pack of cards you have red and black and red. So what we in your imagination? So in our imagination, we open the pack and then we withdraw the reds. So in the reds we have squares and hearts. So we threw the squares. So for men we have figures
Vous allez
and forms.
absorber, vous absorbez les chiffres
So
ou les figures.
so we're gonna ritual. So you,
Devant vous, il reste
so you
valet,
take the
dame
figures.
et roi.
You have
Changez l'ordre des cartes comme
the,
vous voulez, mais ne
the,
laissez pas
the king
savoir, il faut pas
and
que je
the
sache.
ballot. So we're gonna withdraw.
Vous avez en tête?
So you
Alors,
know
j'en
what you're
retire
gonna.
deux.
So,
Lesquels?
so you're gonna withdraw two cards. Which one? So you have to just in your
Monsieur
imagination.
s'impatiente déjà.
Which
Alors,
cards you're gonna
deux
withdraw?
cartes, j'en retire
Two
deux.
cards.
Lesquels?
Which two cards you're gonna withdraw? Tell me.
Valet et roi.
King
Vous
and
retirez
valet.
valet et roi.
Okay.
Qu'est-ce qui reste?
So we'll have
Dame.
the queen. Okay.
Levez la main.
So raise your hand.
Non, non, ouvrez.
Open your
De
hand.
l'autre côté.
The other side.
Algérie, où c'est qu'on déjà
Yes.
Attends, c'est
What is that?
Est-ce que vous
What
pouvez
is it?
confirmer que le
Can
paquet
you
est encore
confirm?
scellé et intact?
Can you confirm that the pack that I gave you is still
Merci beaucoup.
sealed and
Je
no
sais ce
card?
qui se passe dans votre
I
tête.
know what you're thinking now.
Vous dites,
You are just kind of
il y a deux
shocked.
scénarios en
So
général.
there's only
deux
two
choses qui se
scenarios
passe dans la tête.
that can
On dit
be
soit
so we're going to say whether
c'est un mentaliste ou
he's a
magicien,
mentalist, a,
magicien,
a
il nous a
magic, and
orientés
so
avec
he
des techniques
just,
qu'il
you know,
utilise.
manipulated
Jouer
us with his
avec
techniques, and he just played on our emotions and, you know, feelings. So, or,
pour nous orienter vers la
so
dame
just
de
to
cœur.
orient us to
Soit
the,
vous vous dites,
or you're going to say to
on va
yourself,
choisir une autre comme
so
ça.
we should have chosen the other one.
Parfait. Qui
Yeah.
d'entre vous a eu cette
So
réflexion?
who thought this way? What, maybe. Yeah, sure. Yeah, you're right, sure.
هي ما نحلمش كاع قالوها.
So yeah, sure. I mean, we thought that way. I mean, you're completely right.
Ok, معلش.
Okay.
Pensez à
Now,
n'importe quelle carte.
think of any card you want. Think of any card of the pack that you want.
Vous pouvez le dire à haute voix.
You can say it. Huh?
As de pique. Ok,
Yeah.
monsieur, vous avez choisi
Ace.
l'as de pique. Je vais vous poser une série de
Pick of
questions
ace. So,
limite irritantes.
I'm gonna give you a question that may be, kind of,
Est-ce que
tricky.
l'as de pique est un choix libre?
As the ace pick of is
Ça veut dire,
a
est-ce que j'ai
free
essayé de
choice.
vous orienter, de
I mean,
vous
did I try
influencer,
to
ou
kind
de
of,
vous forcer
manipulate you,
à
to
choisir
force
l'as
you
de
to
pique
choose that
de quelle
ace
autre manière?
in a way or
Est-ce que
another?
vous voulez changer d'avis?
So would you like to change your mind or not? No, I'm not going to change my
pack est chez vous,
mind.
monsieur.
Okay, the pack
Est-ce
is
que je l'ai
in
touché?
your friend's hand. So can I touch it? Can I touch it? Yeah. Okay. There you
Si
are.
on vient vérifier les
So
cartes
if we
qu'on a
check
là,
the cards that we have
on
here,
verra
we're going to see that
toutes les cartes
the
qui sont
cards
ici
are
sans
here
face vue,
are
à part une seule.
there's only
qui est de
one
dos.
that is it's on the back, not in and which one is it? It's the black ace.
Maintenant, pour le paquet de cartes qui est
So
chez vous,
for
monsieur,
the,
c'est là
the,
où mon
for the
rêve
third
commençait à
pack
devenir
that you have, sir,
bizarre.
so
Ça
it's
commençait à
from here
tourner
that
au-
the dream
C'était un
comes-
rêve là où je faisais un
becomes a little bit
spectacle
bizarre,
pour
that the
l'audience
dream that I
magnifique.
made, the premature dream that I
Je
made,
n'arrivais pas à le finir.
and I
Je
couldn't
vous
finish that
explique, est-ce
dream.
que
I
je pourrais avoir
couldn't
le paquet,
explain
s'il
to me. So can I see the pack, the last pack now
Alors,
that you have?
j'avais ouvert le paquet.
I've opened the pack earlier, as you've seen that,
Et je me suis rapproché
and
de
I
vous.
got closer to you,
Et je vous ai dit de
and
me
I
dire
told you
stop
to
quelque
tell
part.
me stop. This is what I dreamt. So I already lived
Stop
this
ici.
situation,
Je vais vous
and
donner
I'm
cette
gonna
carte.
give you that card. You said
Mémorisez-la bien.
you told me to stop here. I gave you the card.
Est-ce que je pourrais avoir
Memorize
le
the
marqueur
card.
aussi, s'il vous plaît?
Can I have the marker, please?
Alors, signez la
So,
face de la carte.
Can you sign the face
C'est
of
pas
the
grave
card?
si je la vois, ne vous inquiétez pas.
So
Oui,
it's
oui,
no
signe.
problem if I can see it. So can you sign it? You sign it?
Parfait. Ce n'est pas
Perfect.
grave si je connais la carte.
So it's not a problem if
Votre
if
carte
I see the
signée.
card.
Le
So
but
your
de la
card is
signature
the
est de
aim of the
rendre la
signature
carte
is to
unique.
make the card
Ça veut dire
unique.
que même si j'en ai
Means
plusieurs,
that if
ce
I
sera
have a
seul
lot of them, that's
avec
the only one
votre signature.
that hold and bear the signature.
Et je voulais continuer
And
mon
I
show dans mon
wanted
rêve.
to
Ça se
continue
passait
my
comme ça.
show in
Je
my
prenais la
dream.
carte,
I took the card
je
in
la
my
mettais
dream
au milieu.
and I put it in the middle of the pack of the card to
Ou je la
continue my
perdais au
dream.
milieu.
And I
Et
put it in
avec
the
un
middle,
claquement de doigts,
and
elle
with
revenait.
my fingers I just scratch it.
Je la reprenais.
I took
Je
it
la remettais
back
au milieu.
and I put it back in
Elle
the
revenait
middle,
encore.
and then it came
Et c'était
out.
bizarre,
Each
c'était
time I
bizarre.
put
Je
it
voulais
in the
continuer
middle,
mon show,
it
mais j'y
came
arrivais
out,
pas
and it
parce que
couldn't put it
je
in the
voulais
middle.
vraiment perdre
I
la carte. Je
wanted
la
to
mettais au
lose the
milieu.
card. I
Je
wanted to
vérifiais
put it
que
in the
c'était
middle of
bien
the
la
bag,
carte.
and I
Je
want,
vérifiais que c'était
and
bien la
I
carte signée.
confirmed that it
Je
was
la
the
remettais
exact
au
card that I
milieu
had, and I put it in the
du
middle of the
milieu.
bag,
Je
and
m'assurais qu'elle
it
n'était
came
pas
out,
là,
and I
qu'elle n'était
ensured,
pas là non plus.
I tried
Dès que je
to make sure
claquais
that
les doigts,
it's not
elle était
there,
là.
just to make it disappear, but it's
C'était
still there.
complètement
It was
bizarre.
kind of bizarre
Et
and
c'est là
weird. And that's at the right moment that I understood that this card
n'est pas normale, c'est
was
votre
not
carte.
normal because it was your card, not mine.
C'est vraiment votre carte.
It
Vous
was
ne
really your
comprenez pas, mais
card.
c'est vraiment
It's
c'est
really your
votre carte,
card,
en fait.
the one that you
C'est vraiment
signed.
votre carte.
It was
monsieur.
really
Elle
your
était
card.
signée, elle
It
était à
was
vous.
signed. It was yours.
Et en fait, elle était.
and it was-
C'était votre carte et j'en étais sûr.
And I was
parce que,
sure about that.
voyez,
I
dès
was
que
sure
je-
of it. And
j'essaie de la
right at the moment I
diviser en
tried
comme
to
ça.
put it
Oh,
in
allez-y,
two,
vous pouvez
I
faire.
couldn't. You give it a try. Try to
vraiment
tear it up. I mean,
Votre carte.
and it was your card. Yeah, you teared it off, and it's your picture, man. It's your card.
Merci beaucoup, messieurs.
Thank you very much.
Merci beaucoup.
Thank you.
J'ai dit que j'avais eu un
I
rêve.
said that I had a premature dream, didn't I?
Pour la première fois,
For the first
devant
time,
tout le
in
monde
front of every one of you
ici présent,
today,
quelle est votre carte? Ouvrez, montrez
what's
à la
your
caméra
card?
et
Show
montrez à
that
tout
to
le
the
monde.
camera, the card that you have selected right at the beginning.
C'est, vous pouvez le dire en haute voix, c'est un as de,
It's an ace.
c'est un cœur.
It's
Parfait,
a
donc
heart.
c'est un as de cœur.
Ace heart.
Est-ce que l'as de cœur, encore une
Ace
fois, la
heart.
même série de questions, est-ce que l'as de cœur est un
Is the
choix
heart, ace heart is a free choice
Est-ce que
that
j'ai
you
essayé
made.
de vous orienter,
Did I try to manipulate you, influence you,
forcer à choisir
force
l'as
you
de
to choose that
Vous
ace?
avez bien pris
You
votre temps
really
pour choisir l'as
took
de cœur.
time to select, to
Vous pouvez
take that.
encore changer d'avis si
You
vous
can
voulez.
still change your mind.
Vous êtes satisfaite
So
avec
you're
votre
satisfied with your
Alors, le
choice.
jour où j'ai eu
So
mon
the day
rêve,
that I had the
et que
dream
madame a
and
dit
that
as de
madam
cœur,
said ace heart, I woke up.
les rêves, ça
And
s'oublie
you
si on
know,
note pas.
so the
Donc,
dreams,
ce que j'ai
we
fait
forget
pour
our
noter
dreams
mon
if we
rêve,
do not write them
c'était
down.
que
I noted when I woke up on Instagram, there is on Instagram it's called Incube Me Connect. Incube Me Predict. There is Incube Me Predict on Instagram. Can you open your Instagram if you have Instagram? You have Instagram? Can you open your Instagram account? What is
C'est
it?
pas grave, madame. Alors, le
It's
compte
not-
s'appelle Incube Me Predict. Recherchez
The
s'il vous plaît.
count, it's
Je
Incube
cherche à le
Me
faire sur
Predict.
votre téléphone parce que vous me direz
Try
mon
to
téléphone est
search Incube Me Predict on your Instagram account.
Predict.
Okay. Incube Me Predict.
Point Predict en fait.
Oh, it's a
Incube
dot.
me
It's Incube Me
point
dot
Predict.
Predict.
Vous l'avez?
You got it? You have it?
Peut-être monsieur l'a déjà.
Mister?
C'est bon, vous l'avez?
You
Vous
found
l'avez?
it?
Parfait. Alors,
Okay. You're.
on va le faire avec votre téléphone, monsieur, si vous permettez, bien sûr. Alors, je vais
Okay.
poser mon téléphone
I'm gonna
ici,
do it
et
with your
votre
phone. I'm
téléphone
gonna
sera
put
là.
down my phone right there
Et,
and use your phone and tell me.
Cherchez ici.
I'm gonna search.
Et c'est vous, monsieur.
That's you? Yeah, that's me.
Attendez, on va
So
réfléchir.
let's try to find it. Okay. Let's refresh. Refresh. Probably.
C'est une demande. Vous n'apparaissez pas encore.
Not really visible on that. We're trying to.
C'est vous.
Is that you?
Pas encore.
Not yet.
Tout le monde est en train d'essayer. Oui, ça.
Everybody's trying to use it. Maybe that's why it's kind of quite heavy. Maybe the connection.
Je vais vous dire. Enfin, je veux vraiment le montrer sur votre téléphone.
I wanted
monsieur,
to
parce
show
que
it
vous
on
allez
your phone
m'accuser que
because
mon téléphone est
otherwise,
truqué. C'est vous?
otherwise you're gonna
Yes, parfait.
kind of accuse
Alors,
me of,
je vais
you know.
accepter.
I'm gonna accept your
C'est
invitation.
bon, rafraîchissez s'il vous plaît
To
pour avoir le
refresh,
compte.
can you refresh?
Attendez. Alors, j'ai combien de posts sur ce compte?
How many posts do I have on this?
Un seul. Parfait.
One.
C'est une de ces images qui
So
slide, pas vrai?
it's one of these pictures that.
Ouvrez s'il vous plaît.
Open up this
Vérifiez la
pic
date du post.
and check the date of the post.
Le 29 juillet
29
2018.
July
Vous me confirmez
2018.
bien
Can you
que c'est ça?
confirm it's July
Slidez,
29,
s'il vous plaît.
2018? Can you confirm that?
Encore.
Slide again. Swipe. Swipe. Wow.
J'ai eu ce rêve.
I had this
le 28
dream.
29 pardon.
July
juillet
29,
2018.
2018.
Mesdames et messieurs,
Ladies and gentlemen,
celle-ci, monsieur, celle-ci est pour vous en tant que
this
souvenir.
is for you as a souvenir. You can keep it.
Alors,
You
يا صح ما نحشمش واقيلا désolé.
Yeah, sorry, that was your phone. Sorry.
Celui-ci est pour vous,
So
monsieur, en
this
tant
is
que
for you
souvenir.
as a souvenir.
Merci beaucoup. Merci, madame.
Thank
Vous
you
pouvez
very
garder la
much.
feuille si vous
You can
voulez.
keep it.
C'est
You
tout
can
ce que
keep
j'ai.
them. That's the only thing I
Merci
can
beaucoup,
give you. Thank
messieurs.
you
Ce
very much,
fut un
ladies and
réel plaisir
gentlemen. It was
et un
a
réel
real
honneur.
pleasure
Ça me
and
donne
an
un
honor
honneur.
to be
Merci beaucoup.
with you today. Thank you so much.
Merci beaucoup. Merci Sami Ben Hamada, yadik saha.
Thank you, Sami Ben Hamada.
Nous allons continuer cette soirée.
We're going to
avant de
continue
passer
this
maintenant à la remise
evening
des
show.
trophées.
Before
On va
moving
faire
to
un petit
the
tour de table. On va
delivery
commencer
of,
avec
we're going to do
l'ambassadeur
it
de
around
Suisse
table.
en
I
Algérie.
mean, we're going
Donner la
to
parole.
to the ambassador
Excellence,
of Switzerland
dire un
in
mot.
Algeria. Your Excellency, just a word.
Alors, Monsieur
So,
Luca
Mr. Luca Rosenkrantz, I hope that I spelled it right and I pronounced it right. Just a little question concerning your commitment, I mean, Nestle said it earlier, the commitment of Switzerland to support youngsters, to support innovative ideas and projects. So, what can you say about that?
L'année dernière, c'était vraiment une très belle expérience et c'est pour ça que nous...
So last year was a really good experience, and this is the reason why we decided to continue our support. So financial participation, and we would like to use the network of Switzerland's embassies throughout Africa, and also the startups chosen, and we would like to use this network to create contact between the startups and also the Swiss partners to support these startups to facilitate the continuous implementation of their project, and we understand to what extent is it important to have these networks. So I give the floor now to the Director General of Roche Algerie. We know that innovation is in the DNA of Roche. Is there any lift-in to your partnership? Are you going to renew the same partnership with the same conditions? Good afternoon, good evening everyone. Sahaf.com. So innovation is part of our DNA. Roche is world leader in biotechnology. We are celebrating our 125th anniversary, and we are a Swiss company, so you can see that the Swiss are present with force today. It's really important and dear to us to support such projects. We were present last year, and we are present during this edition. What we will bring as lifting or variation for this edition are two main things. So the first one is that we will invite the startups of IncubMe to participate in our projects, internal projects in Roche, Algerie, around the health sector and also the precision medicine. We are also world leader in precision medicine. This is the first thing. The second thing is that we will make these startups participate in Africa through our subsidiaries, because we are also present in various African countries with various subsidiaries. We will catalyze and the dynamic of these startups throughout our subsidiaries and to make them participate in everything we're doing as events like Roche Startup Days and Roche Innovation Days as well. So the penultimate intervention will be from the Director General of PH Advisory. So in a word, how are you going to help startups to set up in a country, to develop themselves in other countries, to develop their ecosystem? Thank you very much for this invitation and for this beautiful evening. So I was really happy and honored to participate in the first edition, which was for me a wonderful experience, both at the human and professional levels, with regard to the support of startups to set up in other countries. So the main theme of our cabinet is the internationalization. We are already present in Portugal and in France, and we are trying to set up in Canada. And our objective is to support these startups to reach their objectives and to find opportunities in Algeria, in Africa, and elsewhere. Thank you very much for you. So we are eager to discovering what comes next. So the last intervention is from the ambassador of Côte d'Ivoire to Algiers, how to federate and to be a focal point of this program. So I would like to thank you and to hail and to greet the ministers who are present here. So the context of the credibility of a project is what makes its main tool. And I'd like to hail the ambassador of Côte d'Ivoire and the Minister of Post and Telecommunication and Minister of Startups, because they took Côte d'Ivoire seriously, and to show that the relationships between Côte d'Ivoire and Algeria is very solid and strong and could serve as a basis for fruitful cooperation. Its position in Africa gives it a strategic position, and to have Côte d'Ivoire as a partner is to be able to open up to all the African countries. First of all, Côte d'Ivoire has a dynamic and a growth that revolves around 6% in spite of the COVID-19 pandemic. So during the first edition of this program, there were 4 candidates from Côte d'Ivoire. I think that this experience is a tool and a gain for Africans through Côte d'Ivoire. So it's a challenge that deserves to be overcome for the youth of Africa as a whole. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. And you are sitting at the table of another minister, young minister, who is the Minister of Fisheries and Fishing Product. We hail Mr. Bouslimani,
Alors on termine,
who is
on arrive à la
present with
fin
us
de cette soirée.
also. We come to the end of this evening, and we will
call avec les partenaires qui sont dans d'autres pays.
Establish a conference call with the partners who are in other countries through the WebEx solution provided by our Cisco partner. We will talk about, or with Mr. Bassel Kandil, who is in Gaza, in Palestine. So Bassel, good evening, good Ramadan. It's the first participation. It's your first participation in this subject. So what is your expectation for Africa Incube Me? Can you hear me, Bassel?
Alors on a l'image et on n'a pas le
son. So we have the picture, but we don't have the sound.
On a l'image et on n'a pas le son.
We have the picture, we don't have the sound.
Bassel, on va peut-être aller vers la Tunisie. La Tunisie est plus proche, donc la connexion doit être meilleure.
We will switch to Tunisia. Bassel, can you hear me? Can you hear me? So I asked you a question about your expectations.
Ah, très bien. تفضل. Ah, ok. راك تسمع فيها باسل؟
Can you hear me, Bassel?
Okay, yeah. Yes, I can't hear you. Can you hear me? Can I talk now?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله السيدات والسادة الضيوف الكرام الأعزاء تحية طيبة وبعد لكم من غزة من فلسطين.
So a warm welcome, a warm greeting from Gaza, Palestine. First of all, I would like to thank you and on my behalf and on behalf of Gaza in Palestine. So we would like to thank you for the invitation of being a partner and a participant in this project. So the most important characteristics of this project is to be part of a federation and the coalition of incubators coming from 13 other countries from Africa and Asia. It's such an honor and pride for us in Gaza, in the sector of creativity and innovation, to be part of this project. We are looking forward to exchanging experience, expertise and knowledge amongst the incubators, amongst the partners that are part of this project. This project is a good opportunity for the Palestinian youth to bring forward their innovation and their creativity. We are happy to represent the leadership and the creative environment, and we call on our partners of incubators, and we call on the creative society or companies and creative companies to participate in this project, and we hope to be one of the strongest and most effective and efficient participants in this project. We thank you very much again for the invitation, and we're happy to be amongst you, and we're looking forward to the common work with all the accelerators, with the incubators, and also the startup holders that exist, that are participating from other countries. From Palestine, we move on to Tunisia. We have Mounia Jinoubi. You are Director of Entrepreneurship and Development of Enterprises. So what are your expectations out of the second edition of Africa by Incube Me? So good evening. I hope you enjoyed your meal. Good evening, Algeria. Good evening, everyone. I am very happy and honored to participate for the second year running to this, or in this program, Africa by Incube Me. I would like to thank Mr. Adel and the Incube Me team for their efforts and their support and their help, assistance in the to the startups and entrepreneurs in the region. So we will launch a large-scale communication campaign in Tunisia so that Tunisian startups participate in this program. This program, which brings together startups from the various participating countries. This will help the youth to develop and set up collaborative projects with high added value. Certainly, this program will ensure or guarantee the transfer of technology amongst the participating startups in this program. And the startups, I think that are those which prepare the future economy of our countries. So it's our duty to all to support them, to accompany them in a bit that they develop digital solutions to resolve the problematics of our respective countries. Africa by Incube Me. I thank again Mr. Adel and Africa
Dommage
Incube
que la
Me.
vidéo ne soit pas très claire.
So
Merci
sorry
beaucoup,
for the video
Jendoubi
because it's not
Mounia.
really clear.
On passe
So
au
thank you very
Togo
much,
maintenant.
Jendoubi Media.
Togo
We move
avec
on to Togo now.
Yaoundé.
Mr.
Darwin.
Yaoundé Darwin. So good evening. I'm very happy to present or to introduce our incubators. Thank you very much for all those who thought about this program. For this second edition, we engaged in this project to attract startups and to be able to participate in this program in Algeria and in Africa. I thank you and I wish you the best of luck. Thank you very much. The last intervention from Ghana. Benedicta
Odarko
Ablate.
All right. Hello, everyone. Good day. This is Benedicta from Ghana, and I'm representing Kumasi Hive. Kumasi Hive is a tech innovation hub in Kumasi, and what we are basically into is the rapid prototyping of ideas. We support startups, we run digital skills training for people, and then we run projects. So Kumasi Hive, together with Africa by Incube Me, felt this opportunity was a great one to present to our startups within our ecosystem the opportunities made available by Incube Me. So it is great to be part of this partnership, and we are expecting that at the end of the partnership, our goals together as a team would be met. Thank you so much.
Merci beaucoup. On peut
Thank
les
you very
applaudir.
much. We can
On arrive
give
à
them
la
a
fin
round
de
of
cette
applause. We come to the
cérémonie.
end of this
C'est l'heure des
ceremony.
trophées. J'invite
So it's the
le
time
ministre
of
délégué
the
auprès du Premier
trophy.
ministre chargé de l'économie, de la
Trophies. I
connaissance et des
invite
startups,
the minister in
Monsieur
charge
Yassine
of
Mahdi Walid, à
startups,
remettre
Mr.
le
Yassine
premier
Mahdi
trophée à
Walid,
l'ambassadeur
to
de
hand
Suisse
over
en Algérie,
the first
Lucas
trophy to the ambassador of
Rosen
Switzerland to
Kranz.
Algiers, Mr.
Pardon.
Granz.
Et on arrive, les trophées qui arrivent. Normalement, c'est le
And we
moment
have
où le
the
trophée arrive.
trophies that come. It's the time for the trophies.
Merci de Et les trophées arrivent, n'est-ce pas?
The trophies are
Premier
on their
trophée
way.
pour remercier bien
So the
sûr
first
tous les partenaires.
trophy is to thank
Africa by Incube
all
Me.
the
Et on commence avec
partners,
l'ambassade
Africa
de
Incube
Suisse
Me.
en Algérie.
We start with the ambassador of Switzerland to
Un petit
Algiers.
moment. Et les trophées, normalement. Très bien, voilà. Premier trophée qui arrive.
So the first trophy that comes, that arrives.
Voilà, pour remercier
So
l'engagement
to thank
de tous les
the
partenaires.
commitment of all the partners.
Et on a vu tout à l'heure.
And we saw earlier.
Très bien. Merci beaucoup.
So
Monsieur le
thank you
ministre, vous
very
restez
much.
avec nous. On vous remercie,
So,
Excellence.
Mr. the Minister,
On invite
you stay with us.
Fahima Hamidi
We
de
invite
Djizi pour
Fahima
recevoir
Hamida
un
from
trophée
Djizi
des
to
mains
receive
du ministre de la
the
Poste et des Télécommunications,
trophy
M. Karim Bibitriki,
the Minister of Post and Telecommunication, Mr. Karim Bibitriki.
pour l'engagement bien sûr,
For the
soutenir
commitment, of
l'écosystème,
course,
croire
and for
à
the
ces
support to the
nouveaux
ecosystem,
projets
and for
et pour
believing
donner
in
envie
this
aussi aux
project,
autres
and to give an example for the others.
Voilà. Merci beaucoup,
So thank you very
Monsieur le
much,
ministre.
Mr.
Vous
the
restez avec
Minister.
nous.
So you stay with us.
Absolument. On invite le directeur
We
général
invite the Director General or the CEO
Cisco,
of
Karim
Cisco,
Sid Ahmed.
Karim Sid Ahmed.
Est-ce qu'il est sorti? Ah, il
So
est là.
did he leave? No, he's still here.
Vous allez recevoir votre
So you will
trophée
receive your
des mains
trophy
du ministre
from the hands of
de la Poste et des
the Minister
Télécommunications.
of Post and Telecommunications.
On invite maintenant Julie Bouchard, la secrétaire générale du groupe Castel. C'est Adel Amalo qui va lui remettre son trophée.
The group Castel, it's Adel Amalou who will hand her over her trophy.
Yes Bassem Bari. C'est le ministre de l'énergie, Mohamed Al-Qab, qui va vous remettre le trophée. On invite monsieur.
The trophy. We
il va
invite
venir
Mr.
dans un moment.
So he will come in a moment, Mr.
Il a deux trophées à remettre.
So he has 2 trophies to hand over.
Monsieur Al-Qab, merci d'être venu. Et votre présence, monsieur le ministre, messieurs les ministres, c'est une preuve aussi de l'accompagnement du gouvernement aux initiatives des jeunes, à l'économie de la connaissance, aux start-up, à l'intelligence.
Intelligence to startups.
J'invite Abdelmalek Maghmoum, secrétaire général et membre du directoire de Société Générale Algérie, pour recevoir
Secretary General and member
trophée.
of the board of directors of Société Générale
ministre Hicham
receive his
Salawachi,
trophy.
ministre de la Pêche et de la Production halieutique,
the Minister of
Merci pour votre présence,
Fisheries and Fishing
Monsieur le ministre
Products.
Saha.
He will hand him
Va
over
remettre
his trophy. Thank you very much for your presence with us, Mr. the Minister.
Roche est représenté ce soir par Adem Khalil, qui est directeur général. Et c'est M. Salawachi qui va vous remettre votre trophée, d'avoir aidé, d'avoir participé, d'avoir
So thank
cru
you
à
very
ce
much for
projet.
having participated to this project
invite
and having
également,
believed in
et
this
on
project. And we
invite,
also invite
Nawel Pouzan à se
Mrs.
préparer
Nawal
pour recevoir son
Pouzan
trophée.
to get ready
Alors, on remet
for
Monsieur
her
Salawachi.
trophy to be handed over by Mr. Salawachi.
Alors on invite Nawel Touzen, directrice générale de BH Advisory, pour recevoir son trophée. C'est le ministre de la Communication.
So the Minister of Communication, Mr. Mohamed Bouslimani, who will hand her over her trophy. Mr. the Minister, Mr. Minister, welcome to the
On invite
stage.
également
We
l'ambassadeur de
invite
Suisse en Algérie à nous
also
rejoindre.
the ambassador
Suivez-nous.
of Switzerland to
Pour la photo
Algiers
souvenir.
for the family picture.
Très bien. Voilà
Very
pour la
well.
photo souvenir. Autre partenaire, bien sûr.
Other partners, of
EPTV,
course,
elle est représentée ce soir par
EPTV
Amina Ben
represented
Abdelrabou,
by
directrice de la chaîne Al Ma'arifa.
Mr. Amina Ben Abdelrabou, director of the
C'est Mohamed
Knowledge
Bouslimani
Channel.
qui va vous remettre
Is
ce
Mr.
trophée. Elle représente le
is the
directeur
Minister
général
of
de l'entreprise
Communication,
publique de la
Mr.
télévision
Mohamed
algérienne.
Bouslimani, who will hand her over
Amina
her trophy.
Ben Abdelrabou,
She represents
qui nous
the
propose un
Director
programme
General
demain
of
à
the
l'occasion
Algerian
de,
Television.
Yaoum al-Ilm, un programme spécial. Parler des Ibnibadis, mais parce que
So another
de la nouvelle génération, et vous parlez
a
spécialement
very
des startups.
special
C'est le ministre
program
qui
will
va
be
vous remettre
broadcast
ce
tomorrow
trophée.
on the occasion of the Knowledge Day, a program that will talk
Monsieur
about
Bouslimani, on
Ibn
abuse de
Badis
votre
and
gentillesse.
other
Vous allez remettre un autre trophée au
gains
directeur
and
général du
achievements.
CIC. Sid
So
Ahmed
another
Naatala.
trophy will be handed
C'est le
over
hôte qui
to
nous
the
accueille,
CC
il nous accompagne,
manager,
il nous facilite le
Mr.
travail,
Ben Abdallah.
et il
He
mérite
is
la
the
reconnaissance.
host of this project and a supporter of this
dernier.
project, and he deserves our gratefulness.
Alors, dernier trophée,
So the
c'est
last
Adel
trophy
Amalou qui va
is
le remettre
handed over by
ministre
Mr.
délégué
Adel
chargé de
Amalou,
la connaissance et des startups pour l'accompagnement, pour
who
l'encouragement,
will
pour
deliver
être là, pour nous aider,
for
pour nous encourager,
he will
pour
deliver.
nous faciliter
Oh, he will be
aussi,
handed over to the
la tâche
Minister
parce que
of
parfois c'est très
Startups
difficile
for the
d'organiser ce genre
support
d'événement.
that
Donc,
he
on
has
remercie
provided
Monsieur
us
le ministre,
with
Fatek Saha.
for
Merci
all
d'avoir
the
ramené les
assistance
membres
and the advice
du
and
gouvernement avec
guidance.
vous
So
pour
we
cette
thank you
belle
very
soirée.
much for this, and we thank all the members of your team for this
Une photo de famille.
beautiful evening. So a family picture.
Alors restez avec nous 2 secondes. s'il
So
vous
stay
plaît, on
with
va
us
terminer dans
for
un
2
instant.
seconds. We will
Maintenant,
be
Adel,
finishing
on va
in 2
passer,
minutes. So now, Adel, we will move on to the down count, to the countdown
des inscriptions
for
sur le
the
site
launch
Africa by Incube
of
Me.
the registration on the website Africa by Incube Me.
Merci à tous.
Thank
Si
you
on a le
very
décompte de la
much.
région, on peut commencer à compter.
So we can start the countdown.
7, 6, 5,
4, 3, 2, 1. Merci à vous.
Merci.
Merci à tous.
Les inscriptions sont officiellement ouvertes.
And the registration is officially and solemnly open for the second edition of Africa by Incube Me. Thanks to you, Mr. the Minister, and thanks to you, the ministers, and the involvement of all. Thanks to the partners of Africa Incube Me, and thanks to all this positive energy that is with us today and which allows us to be able to prepare the second edition of Africa by Incube Me.
Sid Ahmed, on s'excuse, hein. C'est déjà, c'est malin.
Ça fait partie de la magie de cette soirée. Je ne sais pas si Sami Belhamada est derrière tout ça, mais je pense qu'il y a des... Merci beaucoup, messieurs le ministre. Merci à vous. Et l'aventure est officiellement ouverte aujourd'hui. L'inscription se fait sur www.africa by Incube Me. Merci à tous. Ça va, tu vas bien? Toujours un plaisir. Toujours un plaisir. Avec Sahara. C'est beaucoup, merci beaucoup. Merci beaucoup. Toujours un plaisir pour moi. C'est vrai. Bon, bien. Ça va. Là, on fait une émission formidable. Exactement, exactement. Oui. Oui, et d'approvisionnement. Partage la semaine prochaine. Non, on fait une réunion chez toi et on prépare quelque chose en plein air. On peut faire une réunion. Elle se connecte. D'accord? Vous avez mes cours. Je le prends là, l'autre. Toujours un plaisir. Ça fait plaisir de voir des jeunes. Allah يبارك. Elle est là, attends plus de suite. Allah يبارك. ربي يخليهم لك إن شاء الله. ربي يخليهم لك. toujours un plaisir. الله ينورك. J'ai appris que tu étais professeur.